Hey, everybody.
All right, welcome to the show, everyone.
You all, everybody. Uh, Welcome to the show. Welcome to Sketchat, where we sketch and chat.
It's pretty sweet.
I'm your host, Ben Soto.
And I'm also here. I am Justin Soto. I just got to adjust a little bit. All right. Oh. And they still haven't air conditioned these rooms, but at least I have access to them. So that's something. It's not super windy with a bird chirping Tejano music and somebody playing rap music as loud as they can.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's less country
Yeah, it's not bad.
and a little more rock and roll.
Mm-hmm. Still rocking in the free world, brother.
Yeah. So before we get started, like I was telling you, I wanted to show you what I got at Target today.
Yeah.
Check these guys out.
Whoa, little candelabras.
Yeah. I thought it'd be cool to do a little setup and have when I get my books printed and kind of have like a Halloween feel to it.
Yeah.
With these in the background, take pictures of it,
Nice.
post that up. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah. Are they like battery operated LEDs or?
Yeah, they are. We were gonna check that before we left, and I didn't even check what size of battery I need. Let me check that real quick. Like, it looks like it's AA. Yep, they're AA's.
Nice.
Which we got plenty of.
Easy enough to get.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was a fun little find. Alrighty. So what are you working on today?
Today, I guess we're gonna do the commission for a little while, and then if there's time after that, just start working on comic book pages or something.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me break out my 9x12 pad.
So for anyone who is not aware of what this is, which should be most of you, I don't know how much detail we got into last time, but this commission is actually going to be what do you call it, like a diptych or something like that? Like it's a
diptych.
Yeah. So it's two drawings that will make one drawing when you put them together. So I'll be doing one side, Ben will be doing the other side, and we're going to see if we can teleconference a joining commission. Should be pretty good. So, and if it's going to be joining, I'm probably going to have to take off one of these strips of tape.
Eventually, all of them, but for now, one.
Eventually. But one a little sooner than the others.
There it is. Okay. Do you have your pose all referenced out?
I do, but it's on my iPad, which I'm using for this stream. So I've got a pretty good memory of what it is, though.
probably doodle on my little sketchbook first to see what the pose is going to be like.
All right.
Because
Did you want the left side or the right side?
I will do. What are you more comfortable with?
I mean, I'm fine with whatever. I'm on the right side right now, so I can do the right side.
And then we can hold it up to the screen and
Yeah, there you go.
we'll make it work that way.
Yeah. No, that's good content.
Yeah. Ginger Chin says, yo, yo, yo. Hey, what's up, Mark?
What's up, man?
Thanks for showing up, dude. Splitch, please. I bought an Anthony Gambino, Dave Schwartz team-up commission. Anthony drew a Wolfman, and Dave drew Dracula. Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Both of those guys are fantastic artists. Do you know who they are, Justin?
I know.
You probably know Gambino from Geronimo Draws, right?
I do know Gambino, yeah. But
Dave,
I don't know the other one.
Dave Schwartz. Yeah, he's working on that Frankenstein story that takes place during the Civil War.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I can't remember the title of the book, but that looks amazing. I'm ready to see that book in my hands.
Hey, Amanda's here.
Yeah, Dave drew Confederate Monster. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Amanda says, "Hey guys."
Hi, Amanda.
Also, buddy on Kickstarter. Cool.
Sounds busy.
Yeah. Yeah, dude's always working on something.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Let me find my lapis.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Spanish for the piece.
The piece.
Lapis. Okay. And these commissions are 6.5 by 10, right?
Yes.
So how's your week been so far?
Oh, not bad. Started school this week. Classes are pretty good. So I did summer school. For those of you who don't know, in summer school, I had an 1.5-hour class every day that I had to watch the video for because it was an online class, and that was brutal. I had a hard time with that one. But now I'm doing like regularly scheduled classes, which are like an hour long, and you only do like 3 of those a week. And I'm like, oh, this is wonderfully easy. I could do this all day. I don't have to though.
But you could if you needed to.
I guess I could. I don't.
But you're not trying to prove it to anybody.
I don't need to prove it to anyone. No. So yeah, the classes are going pretty good. It looks like I should be able to make it up there in October.
Really awesome.
Yeah. The nice thing about these classes, or at least like the main class I was kind of worried about, their tests are going to be over 3, like you can take it anytime in 3 days, like Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So like even if I do have a test that week, I'm gonna take it on Wednesday anyway, so I'm not concerned about missing any time there.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm drawing the left side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had to think about that for a second. I was like, wait, which one's the left?
It's
Like
the
I can't just see
anti-right.
the screen. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally fine.
All right. Now we gotta look up reference for
For Wirehead.
Wirehead. Did you see Jeff Falcon's version of Wirehead?
Jeff. Oh no, I don't think I did.
That looks pretty cool.
I saw that he did a Karen O drawing on the last Geronimo draws.
Don't know who that is.
The lead singer of Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah Yeah Yeah.
Wait. They don't love you like I love you.
Still one of my all-time favorite songs.
That's the only Yeah song I know.
Yeah. A lot of them don't sound like maps, so.
So you're saying there's a reason?
Yeah, probably. I do like a lot of their music, but I 100% get like not being into them if you've heard Maps and you expect all of their songs to sound as soulful as Maps.
Is it other stuff a little more experimental?
A little bit. The rest of their stuff is just a little bit more. It's a little heavier, like. I'm sure if you heard it, you would recognize it. But they have one called "The Gold Lion," and it's a pretty fun song. It's off of the album right after Maps came out, and but that's a bit more like rock and roll, but it doesn't sound like Maps. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a whole album of like varying versions of Maps when I got that.
Yeah.
It was called "Show Me Your Bones" or something like that, and it's a good album. It's fine. Like I like most of the songs on there, but I don't have like a song on there that's like, oh my god, that's my jam. That's not. They don't have any songs that I like blast on the radio as loud as I can, like I did with Maps.
Right.
I think she released a solo album, which I don't think I heard anything from, but I bet you that's probably more my speed if it's just like acoustic stuff that she did.
there's lots of bands like that during that time that came up with like a one commercially successful song, and other than that, like you don't really know too much about them.
Mm-hmm. They're a quirky band usually that like will stumble upon something that just is really catchy, and then people listen to the rest of their stuff and they're like, "Oh, that's it, huh? All right."
Yeah, I mean it's like Macy Gray. When Macy Gray came out,
Oh my God, I forgot.
and that
about her.
song, "Stumble," what's it called?
It probably was something like that, or "My World Crumbles When You Are Not There." I don't know.
Yeah, that's the way the chorus goes. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was such a good song. But then you hear the album, and I guess the album just was not, just did not live up to it.
Yeah.
Are you you have YouTube on in the background? I can hear like an echo of myself.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I do have it on, but like it's on mute. I can't hear it, so I don't know how you would hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah. It could just be like the sound bouncing around the room a little bit. This is not a very acoustically sound room, you know.
Gotcha.
Oh, I guess we should also figure this out too. Are you drawing pretty much like a full body shot, or are we just doing like from the knees up or from the hips up?
Whatever you feel comfortable doing. I'm doing the whole pose so I can get the pose down.
Yeah, sure.
I need to see where his feet are landing, like so I can balance his shoulders and hips.
Mhm.
But if like we only need to show probably knee up, I would
Yeah.
think.
I think just that way we can get a bit more detail in there for their the characters.
Yeah. Or even like a waist up. I don't know. What do you think?
Steps. Yeah, I can probably do that too. I mean, Wirehead's a pretty big character anyway, so based on the I guess the dimensions that we've got going on here, maybe waist up would be a bit better to capture more of him. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Like you can see more detail if we zoom in.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you've got the left side, so that means I need to take off the tape on my left side. Going the full bleed on that side, baby.
Full bleed. Cut you, fool.
I cut you, fool.
Citizen Snips. I was just talking about Citizen Snips the other day.
I don't think there is a single moment in the first season of Futurama that makes me laugh that hard as when Citizen Snips drops into the head jar and he just starts screaming, "Citizen Snips!"
Yeah.
He just clamps onto his ear. Just
like the vibration of the tongue as he's screaming. You just feel that pain.
What do you think the hardest you've ever laughed at a show is?
Oh, the first time I saw Tropic Thunder, I was rolling.
That's a good movie.
Like after a few times, like it's not as funny because you already know the jokes, but the first time I saw that movie, oh my gosh, like I'd never seen a movie like that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the show goes, I'm not sure.
I don't know what it is about misfortune falling upon someone that I find so hilarious. I was watching an episode of The Simpsons last night where it's called Homer's Enemy, where this guy gets hired at the nuclear plant, and he's the only one that notices that Homer's incompetent and he's really bad at his job and he should have been dead 100 times by now. And so he like makes it his personal mission to make everyone else realize how inept Homer is. So he gives Homer like this flyer that was made for children to design their own power plant, and he just like cuts out like all the parts that say it's for kids. So Homer sees it, he gets all excited, he goes home like in the middle of the day, and the guy, his name's Frank Grimes. He's watching Homer leave, and he's like laughing maniacally, like, and then Homer just like carelessly backs out into Frank Grimes's car and then drives away. I'm so laughing. He hits his car. Oh God! I remember the first time I saw that, I couldn't stop laughing. That was that made me so happy. There's still a lot of scenes in that show that make me very giddy. All right. About how high up do you think you're going to place your head?
Well, he's taller than probably Jason's going to be, so
Yeah.
I'll probably go all the way to the top.
All right.
I'll go all the way to the top. That way, you don't have to go all the way to the top.
Yeah. I'll go about 2/3.
Yeah, I think I like this pose. This one here.
Nice. Yeah.
Just want a nice, powerful pose.
Mm-hmm.
I think Venture Brothers was probably one of the last cartoons that used to make me laugh.
That was a good cartoon. You know, they made more seasons to it, like recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was over back in like 2013 or something like that, like 10 years ago. Still going.
One of my favorite episodes was the one with Ray Bannon.
Yeah.
Where he dies at the beginning, and the kids are like poking him with sticks. Do you remember that?
I kind of do remember that. Yeah.
He's like fighting on a plane or something, and he like falls off a plane. And his parachute gets caught by something, and it's kind of drug across the street. Or maybe the wind's just blowing him across the street. This dead body.
What it is, yeah.
Yeah, and like the kids are out there playing ball, and they like come over to this dead body. I think they like poke his eyes or something with sticks.
Venture Brothers.
That was such a crazy show.
Mm-hmm. My favorite part of that show is where, what's his name, Monarch, he gets that super suit for that final battle.
I don't think I remember that.
It's in the first season sometime, and like there's like his whole army is fighting someone else's army, and like they give him like this like super suit to like fight a bunch of bad guys at once. It's got like machine guns on it and stuff or whatever, and it flies by itself. It's got rocket launch or like rocket propelled boots or something. So he flies up into the sky, and he loses control, and he just starts spinning in the middle of the sky, and he passes out.
That's awesome.
He like throws up a couple of times, and then he just passes out. The suit's going crazy, shooting everybody. And they also had their team of mystics, so like the Midnight Suns or something.
Yeah. What's the Black Vampire Slayer?
Yeah.
I only kill Blackulas. Or black vampires. I forget how you would say it.
Yeah.
Did you watch any good movies this week? last weekend.
Did Svengoolie?
Did you watch any good movies?
Oh, good movies. Okay. Just Svengoolie. That was it.
Look his shit up. It's GJ.
Hey.
Cover your eyes, GJ. This is a surprise, man.
Yeah. This is for that other GJ we know, not you. Don't worry about it. What's going on, GJ?
What's up, fellas? What's going on, GJ?
Having a good day?
We're just over here sketching. That's right. JG's the guy who commissioned this piece, not you.
That's right. JG Jones. He likes our work.
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
That's been a little bit. I saw him working on something a couple of years ago, but for the life of me, I don't remember what it was.
I think the best thing I ever saw him do was that Black Widow miniseries.
Yeah. He did Wanted, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Like I said, the best thing I ever saw him do was that Black Widow miniseries.
That's all right.
I don't know. How do you feel about Mark Millar?
I'm fine with him. I'm not. I don't read any of his books just because it's him or anything, but I'm not super captivated by just his name. If it's a good story, I'll try it out. But what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I used to be into his stuff. Like I followed his Millar universe work. What's it called? There's that one where there's like a Batman type character, but he's all white. I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, Nemesis.
Nemesis, yeah. GJ says, I just finished watching Pete's channel and saw that you guys are on. Cool beans. Yeah. Yeah, oh, did Pete just now finish? I didn't realize that. I thought it ended earlier. I was out shopping, so I didn't get to watch any of it.
Was it the auction one?
Yeah, he was having an auction with like not just like the alternate guys, but like any fans who had like fan art that they wanted to sell or auction off.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was really nice of him. It's really cool. But yeah, I was busy, so I didn't get to watch any of that.
I saw that they were going to auction off, or somebody was thinking about auctioning off that log piece that they had done a month or two ago.
Yeah, that's that was Elkins.
That's Elkins.
Okay. Jeff Elkins, yeah.
Yeah. That was a really good piece.
Awesome. Thanks, GJ. He said this is looking spectacular, fellas.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, Ginge. Yeah, I'll have to catch some of the replay. It looked like it was going to be fun. I wish I could have been a part of that. She's got so much going on.
Yeah.
Next 10. Let's see here.
GJ says he hopes we're having a great day. We are. That's pretty good. Any day you get to draw, you can catch some free time to make some fun stuff. That's a good day.
Yeah, what makes today even more special, GJ, is that unlike last time, we're not listening to Tejano or country music.
Any day you can go without listening to Tejano or country music is a real special day. I mean, unless you're into those kinds of music, I guess, but I am not.
Which is kind of cool weather today here in Conroe. Sweet. Where is Conroe?
I don't know. Where is that?
I know he's in Texas. I don't know if there's a Conroe, Texas.
Oh, all right. It's very hot here in Lubbock, Texas. It is not kind of cool. I wish it was, though.
Yeah.
North of Houston.
Okay.
That's what he says. Cool.
Oh, are you guys going to get hit with any of that hurricane coming through? Because I know that's, I think part of that's going to hit the Houston area, I thought.
Ooh.
North of the Woodlands, Texas, to be more accurate. Okay. Yeah, Justin's in Lubbock, Texas, which is West Texas.
Yeah. We get hot dust storms in the middle of December. It's pretty good.
If you like that sort of thing.
Which I do not. Sort of a country music, Tejano music situation for me.
Dust storms are the country music of weather.
They kind of are. Kick your dust up. Get your boots on.
We're supposed to get hit with rain from what I saw. Okay, well, hopefully it's just rain.
Yeah.
Hope you and your family stay safe, man. I know Louisiana's predicting it's going to be a pretty big deal for them.
I got to visit Louisiana once. It's real nice over there. Their food is so good. Oh my God. I'd be a very large man living in Louisiana.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I've never been able to find a place that makes like really good jambalaya, like I had over there. Like when I went with Mom, they had like a reception for us, and they had some local place make us like gumbo and jambalaya and I don't know what else. And it's really hard to find that again. There's a place over here called Razoo's, which it's pretty close, but not quite. Let's talk about Cajun food.
You're just making me hungry, man.
Heck yeah, dude. Did you care for like Cajun food, that kind of stuff? Like,
yeah, I mean, I've had jambalaya, I've had gumbo.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. And andouille.
I don't know about that.
Is that sausage that they put in their?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You can get it by itself, and it's still really good.
I know you got to travel around with Mom a lot. Is that the place that you would say you had the best food at?
Yeah, easily. New Orleans. I'm trying to remember. Like, I don't remember having anything like spectacular at Santa Fe. I remember I liked the way Santa Fe looked more, but as far as food went, yeah, that was New Orleans.
That's cool.
Although, whenever I went to El Paso, they had some pretty good food there too.
Was that Peter Piper Pizza?
They have the best Peter Piper pizza there. Oh my god! No, but that's where I had like the best ribeye I've ever had in my whole life.
Really?
Yeah, there's this place, and for the life of me, I can't remember it right now. If I saw it again, I'd remember it. But I think it translates to like the little ranch or like the little stable or something like that. I don't remember what it translates to. But
Was it written in Texan? What language does it translate from?
Spanish.
No. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
Nice.
The manager took us there. We were setting up the store for, and at first I was going to get something cheap.
Yeah. But you went there.
But we went there, and he was going to pay, so I was like, oh, in that case, ribeye, please. This dude's paying.
GJ says, so you guys went to art school or self-taught? Yes.
You guessed it.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of both for us because we started drawing at the same time, just different ages. But we studied a lot of comic book art like early on, before we went to college and took art classes. We homeschooled, so we didn't get the benefit of high school art classes.
Yep. We learned a lot of stuff from just comic books or TV shows, whatever it is we get our hands on to show us how to draw, or something that we liked. We saw an animation or something. We'd start copying that. I know that was a big part for me was Dragon Ball Z. I used to like to draw the characters on there. That's kind of where I started to. I was around 13 when I started to kind of veer off towards anime, because that became a huge thing at that time. And I know for you, it was a lot of comic books, just like DC stuff and Marvel stuff. Bagley was a huge influence for you for a while, right?
Yeah, Mark Bagley's Spider-Man. Did I tell you about the time I met Mark Bagley and I told him I didn't like his Spider-Man? Those are the first words out of my mouth. But
he loves
I
to
told
hear.
him, yeah. I love Mark Bagley's work.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda says, dude, Wex in Santa Fe, best New Mexico breakfast.
Okay. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
GJ says, wow, man, I just love seeing you guys draw and see the process. Just amazing.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we both have different approaches, I think.
Yeah.
Um, somewhat similar in that we like to get the pose down first before we start dressing the character.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I like to focus on one spot and kind of grow from there.
Yeah.
And
I like to kind of work all over and tighten everything up at once.
yeah.
And also, here's why I say maybe for like Amanda's suggestion of Wex being really good. I can't trust her gauge of how spicy something is. Um, she recommended a place called Sadie's whenever we went to Albuquerque, and I was like, cool, I'll try that out. So we went to Sadie's, and that is the spiciest place I've ever been to. Oh my god! Like you sit down and like you have like chips and salsa. The salsa is so hot, like you can't taste anything after that. Like you just need to drink like 2 glasses of water before you're okay to continue with dinner, and then your choices of like let's say the, what is it called, enchiladas. It's cheese or spicy beef. And I was like, well, I want beef, but I don't really want it spicy. Is that an option? It is not an option. You
No,
have to get spicy beef. The cows are preemptively spiced before they're even butchered.
we feed them spicy grass.
They just drink Frank's Red Hot before they die. That's usually what kills them. So
That's where we get our creamy hot sauce from.
so yeah, like so I had like their enchiladas. I could eat maybe like half of them, and I was like, I can't feel my mouth, and I need to keep an ice cube in my mouth for as long as I can before like I continue on because it's impossible. I don't think I was able to finish it. Mm-hmm.
GJ says, "You fellas just work your magic. I have my popcorn here."
Enjoy the show.
We're glad you're here.
And later on, I told her like, yeah, everything there is like so spicy. Like, and she's like, yeah, it's a little spicy. Like, no, it's not a little spicy. I almost died, Amanda. GJ is asking what size these are. This is going to be a 6.5 by 10. When you put them together, it's going to be a 13 by 10.
Yeah. Thanks. I couldn't do the math last time.
Yeah, that's all right.
Good food in New Mexico is spicy, but there's always papas y queso for babies.
Yes,
dang,
I am a
dude.
baby.
Dang. Them's fighting words, dude.
That's fine. I don't care. I'll be a baby that can taste things. I'm not gonna have fire put in my mouth just so I can like posture being a man. That's okay.
Thanks. I'll take that on this. Okay. Cool.
Okay. I'm not like an expert at gauging where these things land all the time, but I think this is going to be a pretty sweet Jason. Just saying.
I think so too. It's anything like the one you did for Jay or Ryan.
For Ryan, yeah.
That was a beautiful piece, man.
I'm just glad he liked it. After you had mentioned that, like, yeah, he's a professional inker. How do you feel about doing that? I was like, oh, crap, I forgot. He knows what he's talking about. He's a very kind man, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
You did a good job.
Thanks.
proud to say my little bro did a good job.
A point of argument for New Mexico having good food is just spicy. If it's so good, they wouldn't need to mask it with all that spice. Let me taste that food.
GJ says, just bless me. That's all I ask. Such an excellent piece to add to my collection because I'll have something for both of you. And as the years go by, I'll say, yeah, they did this for me in their youth. Thanks, man.
It's very kind. Thank you. You're getting us used to taking compliments, and I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Collector's point of view. Well, hopefully that works out, man. For both of us. I'll try not to let you down, GJ. We need to be successful for you.
This one's for you, GJ. I think I was thinking about the interview you had with Ryan, kind of talking about growing up with a brother who does the same stuff, like also draws and whatever. It is really nice. It's very beneficial to have someone that kind of pushes you to be better, even inadvertently. Even after you moved out, I was, look at my work and I'd be like, what would Ben say about this? If he would say, pretty cool, dude, it's not good enough yet.
That's your gauge.
That was my gauge. I was like, is this pretty cool, dude? Or is this, oh, nice.
It's one of those hot or not.
Yeah. Gotta keep working.
Well, I'm glad I could haunt your self-confidence like that.
Yeah. Someone's got to.
Let's see here. Oh, trust me, after seeing some of the work from both of you, I said to myself, WTH, where have these guys been? You've been hiding.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for you, GJ. Waiting for you to see us.
That's right.
We appreciate it, GJ. Thanks, man.
Yes.
Yeah, looking back at the drawing I did of Wirehead for the facial reference, I'm thinking, what was I thinking? So many wires in his head.
He should have been called Wireface.
Yeah, Wirehead. More like Wireface.
Rob just got those comics in, right, from the printer? Wirehead?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Excited to get my copy.
Yeah.
Better send mine next. I'm seeing all these other people get their copies. Where's mine, Rob? Where's mine?
Oh, did you see the Spider-Man trailer?
Only like 20 times.
Yeah, that's good. So not as many as everyone else then.
No, I've got a life.
Okay. So like all those nerds.
Yeah. I got drawings to do.
So there's a, I don't know if it's a rumor, but like I guess a problem people are having that they're trying to reconcile the issue with, that Doctor Strange wouldn't cast a spell like that, like change reality like that for Peter Parker. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it does seem irresponsible.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's not Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's another thing. Amanda was saying, like, I don't think that's Doctor Strange. Like, he seems to be acting a little out of character in the trailer, but I don't know. Maybe it's bad writing. I don't know. I can't explain it.
It's from Sony Studios, so.
Well, they get one right every now and then. He also seems to have the eye of Agamotto in that trailer, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. It's I know there's lots of speculation out there, and I'm trying not to join in on it, but
that's like 80% of the fun.
I know. It just gets too exhausting, chasing everything down, watching every like fan theory video out there. I don't have time for that right now. I'm busy. If I wasn't busy, yeah. Totally. I'd waste my time doing that.
So speaking of being busy, how's the book going? The what's it called? The backup story and stuff. When you're making it.
It's going good. Look, yeah, it's 3 pages completed out of the 7, and I've got. Oh, hold on a second. Will you guys go with the background I said or your idea? We're gonna try and fit in some background back there. We really zoomed in on the characters to get as much detail, and so there's not really a whole lot of room for background. But from what you can see, we're gonna try and do the cemetery that you wanted.
You're gonna be able to see cemetery right there.
Yeah,
and that should be.
yeah, like right in this little area back in here. It'll be a couple of headstones.
Yeah. No, that's also going to be probably back here. I left a good amount of empty space back there for tombstones and dead trees and all the tropes you'll see in a cemetery. It's going to be spooky, scary.
Yeah, honestly, on this one, there probably won't be much background because I still got to draw his coat that he wears in there, so that a lot of that's going to hang down here, over here, probably. But yeah, Justin's got the background covered.
Don't you worry about that.
Sweet deal. Thank you both so much. Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah.
No problem.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah, man, we really appreciate it. Yeah, we decided to zoom in just to get as much detail into the characters as possible. If we push them out too much, things could get muddy because it's not a big space we're working with. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got 3 pages completed.
Mm-hmm.
And I got probably about, I've got 2 other pages started with the last 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, both of them I would say at least one's about 50% done, the other one's about 40% done.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to knock out those pages this weekend. And then I'll start on the last 2. Hopefully, I'm taking next Friday off.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can work all Thursday night.
Right.
And kill myself to get it all done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the plan.
Does seem like a nice perk of your job to be able to take not as much vacation as you want, but as much vacation as you are taking.
Yeah, definitely. I've worked there for 13 years. So they owe me about 30 days a year now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get to enjoy the benefit. They owe me. Give them 13 years of my life. They owe me. Yeah.
They owe me a month a year.
But yeah, I am definitely blessed to have the job that I have.
I think at my job, once I passed 7 years, last year, I guess, I was eligible for 3 weeks vacation, which would be way nicer if I didn't have school that I had to use it on for tests and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
So you think you'll be able to make it to OFCON this October?
Yeah. Like I was saying, like, so my tests are not scheduled for that week. They're scheduled for like either the week after or 2 weeks before that. So even if they do get moved around for some reason, like if I don't know. We have to go to like Zoom or something like that, and it kind of messes up their teaching schedule.
Yeah.
The other nice thing is that like you can take those tests within like a 3 day span. It's not like you have to do it during class time.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I should be able to make it. Which, man, I haven't been to a convention in like I don't even know how long it's been. What was the last convention you went to? Do you remember?
Trying to think. Yeah, I really don't remember. It's been so long now.
Yeah.
It might have been the one in Sepulpa. Not Sepulpa. It's a local, like, one here. Out in
Yeah.
Claremore, I think, so where I was at.
Where is OFCon? Is it in Oklahoma City or?
It is just south of Oklahoma City.
Okay. What does that stand for? I don't remember.
Stands for Oklahoma Alliance of Fans.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy who used to run the show passed away.
Mm.
So they didn't have it last year, I don't think. But they're bringing it back this year.
Nice. Have they announced guests or anything?
No, it's not that type of show. It's a very old school type of
Okay.
comic book show.
Yeah.
So, like, it's more of a collector's convention than it
Oh,
is
okay.
a comic book convention.
Yeah.
So, if you want to go there looking for like vintage artwork, old books, that's the place to be.
Nice.
We used to have Disney animators go up there. Like, there was this Disney animator that lived in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I think he passed away recently, though. And he worked on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Whoa.
And so he had like cartoon cells that he was selling off.
No way.
But
That was their first movie, wasn't it? Their first animated movie?
It might have been, yeah. Yes, it's a really cool convention. There's just older artists and collectors there.
That's really cool.
I enjoy it. It's my favorite con to go to, even though it's really small.
Yeah.
That's where I was fortunate enough to find Butch Guy's pages.
Oh, is that the place? Nice. Okay.
Yeah, his art dealer goes to the convention to sell artwork there.
Yeah. Butch Guys.
The Butch.
GJ is asking if we backed Rob's Wirehead book, which I know you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. You should ask Rob if he backed Tricks and Treats. Yeah, that book looks awesome. It's can't wait to get it. Michael O'Shea is one of his art students, and it's his first time drawing a comic book, I believe.
Nice.
But from the pages I've seen, he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I did as well. Oh, sure. Wrote back to your book. Hello.
Rob's got a really interesting style. Has he talked about his influences?
Yeah, he did. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I know he went to art school. He went to get trained as an illustrator, and I know he did a children's book actually first.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it's like one of those things you wouldn't expect from him, but
yeah.
But yeah. I have a commission from Mike O'Shea. I also love his art style. He did Isaac Clarke versus Wirehead for me. Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that. Isaac Clarke. I could be remembering this wrong. Isaac Clarke is from Dead Space. Is that right, GJ? Because if it is, that looks pretty. I has to look pretty cool. I love that suit from Dead Space.
You know, I have that game. I never played it though.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, you would love that game. It's the first one, right? You have?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. You'd love that game.
Yeah, I started playing it. But it's one of those games I know that probably scare Crystal, so I don't play it around her.
Absolutely. It scares Manda, so I don't play it. Well, I guess it didn't scare her, but she was like, that's weird. That's a weird game. I think she saw me playing the second one. Which, that one has a lot of like religious overtones because it's about a space cult that worships the monolith thing.
BJ says, I collect a lot of commissions because I like to see the differences in art styles. And yes, you're correct. He's from Dead Space, one of my favorite games ever. You have to play it, Ben. Yeah, let's see. We'll see about that.
One of these days.
One of these days. That's what I say about like all these horror movies and games that people recommend me play.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Amanda says, was that the alien spiders? That freaked me out.
Yes, that is that one. I guess it did freak her out. Okay.
You were right.
I was right. Yeah, the second game, you're on this planet that has kind of fallen into chaos because they were worshiping this statue thing that was turning people into the necromorphs or whatever they're called.
Necromongers.
Yeah. turning everybody into Carl Urban.
What was the name of that actor that played the bad guy? Not Carl
I don't-
Urban's, but the Lord
Yeah, I don't
Warmonger
remember
guy.
his name. Linoge. That's all I know him from.
Yeah. Legion. I used to know the actor's name.
Hmm.
It'll come to me. It'll come to me. He's Irish, right? Let's see, he's Irish.
Sure. He kind of looks like his nose might be Irish. I don't know.
But not the rest of his face.
Not the rest of his face. The rest of his face is kind of Slavic.
Oh man, that's gonna bug me. Callum, that's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Callum
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Callum Murphy. I don't know.
I'm thinking of Cillian Murphy. Killian
Maybe.
Murphy.
I think it's Callum. His first name, right?
Yeah.
O'Connell. I don't know. But yeah, I like that. I like him as a bad guy. He plays a good bad guy.
He does.
He looks creepy. He always looks like he knows something more than you do. And like he's plotting something against you.
He probably is.
Good traits for a guy to play villain.
You know who he kind of reminds me of? In How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way.
Mhm.
I guess it's John who drew it, because I know there are other artists that contributed to that book, but there's a drawing of the Vulture.
Oh, he would have made a great vulture.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, yeah.
Yeah.
I can totally see that. Now I gotta look him up. IMDb, here I come. Was it those Chronicles of Riddick, right?
Yes.
I love those movies so much. I really do. Those are my favorite Vin Diesel movies. Like,
Yeah. I get it. I watched Chronicles of Riddick like a month ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. I was just in the mood for a good,
yeah,
sci-fi.
yeah. I was close. Colm Fior. Colm.
Colm, okay.
Yes.
Fior. GJ said he sent Mike's work to both of you. When you get time, check it out. Yeah, definitely. I want to see that.
He was born in Boston, Massachusetts. He's 5'11". But I'm
Really?
curious. Yeah, I'm curious what ethnicity he is. Oh, his first name is pronounced Colum.
Colm.
Irish descent. I was right. Ooh, check this out. He auditioned for the part of Norman Osborn in Spider-Man 2002.
Wow. So he was born to play some kind of Spider-Man villain. I knew it. Norman Osborn. That actually would have been a pretty interesting Norman Osborn.
Yeah, no, but I think you're right. I think he would have been a better Vulture.
Yeah.
He was in Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't remember that. Who did he play?
I don't know. Maybe one of Peter's professors or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
Or,
I'm checking.
Yeah.
Because that's the one with,
It's Garfield.
yeah, Donald Menken is who he played.
Donald Macon.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't remember him, honestly.
was he the head of the company from Norman Osborne, or his son, Harry
Oh,
Osborne?
maybe. Maybe. I wonder if they were planning on him playing Vulture eventually.
That would have been cool.
All right. Yeah, Sid Mike's worked. Both of you, when you get time, check it out. Yeah, dude. See here. Oh, wow. Let me see if I can share this here. If you don't mind, DJ, I'll share it. But
Yeah. If he's cool with it.
okay, he said go ahead. All right. All right, it's gonna look kind of funky because it's gonna show my StreamYard at first.
Oh, okay.
But then I'll switch over. You can see it.
All right. Let's check it out.
Actually, let me see if I can separate it here to a separate one. Nope, that didn't help. Okay. Okay. It's not doing what I needed to do. I'll try it anyways.
Whoop. There we go.
Nah, it's not moving over.
No.
Nah, because I have it on a separate tab, but it's not changing over. All right, I'll stop sharing. Yeah, I'm an old man. I can't do technology stuff.
Let me see if I can look it up on my phone real quick, since I don't have a Twitter app on my iPad, but I do have it on my phone. It won't look as cool as probably was meant to, but whoa, that's pretty cool. Let me do this, do that, and then aha. All right, that's about as good as I can get it.
Nice. Hold on. Let me full screen you.
Yeah. Boom.
There you go.
So, I mean, that's a really awesome drawing.
Yeah.
My phone's not doing it justice right now, but still, it's a really, you're going to take my word for it. It's better than it looks, and it already looks really cool. So,
yeah. Yeah, it's a nice piece, GJ.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. That's really nice cross-hatch work, too, for that smoke in the back. It's a good background.
Yeah, I love all the detailing in the background.
Yeah. Good action pose. That's good suit work too. That's a hard suit to draw. Good.
Yeah, GJ says yes. It is insane. Insane in the membrane. All right.
All right.
Right.
All right. Back to drawing.
Back to drawing.
I really should have gotten another vanilla Coke. I'm still thirsty.
Oh, that sounds so good right now.
Yeah. Oh, well. When I get out of here, though, I'm going to get another one.
CJ says, thanks, fellas. Mike did an incredible piece. I just gave him the pitch and he loved the idea. Yeah, man, he did awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla Coke is so good. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Can't argue with that. Have you had the orange vanilla Coke?
I have not. Is it good? Have you tried it?
It's not bad. Everyone, like, I've heard, like, that's either tried it or they know someone who's tried it. It's like, that's nasty. I don't know who would want to drink that. But I've had it, and it's not bad. It's not like the most inspired idea a Coke has ever had, but it's not bad.
Did you ever try their coffee one? Remember they had like a coffee?
I did.
Coke. Was that any good?
It was not.
It was not.
So here's what it tasted like, and I don't know why I expected something better. I guess because it's Coke brand, and I thought they'll put more effort into it. But it tastes like what happened was it was this guy's turn to come up with the Coke flavor, and he forgot that he had coffee in his mug already, and he just poured Coke in there, and it was like, oh, this is awful, but it's better than nothing. And he pitched the idea. It tastes like coffee, but it's carbonated, like you put Coke in there. It really just tastes like Coke with coffee in it. It's not anything special. It made me sad. Well, thank you, GJ. That's very kind of you to say.
Pieces look absolutely ridiculous. Loving how everything is coming together. You guys need more exposure because. Thanks, man. We appreciate that, man.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm pretty good with my piece for now. I'm going to put down all of the line work that I'm used to putting down before I ink.
Yeah.
So for anyone watching who's not like real familiar with how we go about these pieces and kind of our comfort level, that's another thing I think you and I have in common. Our pencils are really loose before we go to
Yeah.
inks. What most people would call like, oh, that's just like an idea sketch. I'm like, well, yeah, it kind of is, but we tighten it up quite a bit when we get to inks.
Yeah. You know, back in the day, they used to call inkers finishers because they would do more than just ink. It wasn't just tracing. A lot of the times, the pencilers would keep their pencils pretty loose,
Mm-hmm.
and the inkers would come in and actually finish the drawing for them.
Yeah.
And so they were called finishers. I think once I discovered that, it was like, oh, so you can't just keep it loose and let the inks tell the rest of the story.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that does make sense with like the John Buscema stuff that I've seen. It's so gestural that like you'd have to interpret quite a bit to finish that and to make that into a comic book. His work on Thor, like the flowy cape was just like a bunch of swoosh lines, and then it was like figure it out. It still look great, but I mean, there needs to be more defining lines in there for the colorist to go in there and decide what's background and what's foreground. I think whenever I ink this, I'm gonna put maybe some mist back there, kind of like fog rolling in,
Yeah.
kind of obscure the line between the ground and the headstones and stuff like that.
Oh, one thing I didn't ask you was where's your light source coming from on yours?
Oh, well, it's kind of obscure, really. I mean, or it's loose enough to where it can kind of come from wherever. Where were you wanting your light source to come from?
I don't know. I also kept mine kind of devoid of shadow until now. It started dropping in shadow. Right now, I just have it coming from the top,
Yeah.
like top down.
Mm-hmm. That can work. I can do that. Just kind of a strong overcast shadow.
Yeah.
Or overhead light.
Yeah. Taking Whitehead's face, Ben, and his jacket looks great. Jason's pose is so good. The machete splat on that cracked tombstone is a nice touch. All the details I'm seeing so far.
That's good, man. I like that. I like that you're happy.
Yeah, that's the goal. And the plan is for us to meet up at this convention that we're talking about, GJ, and finish it up together, so we can put the finishing touches on it side by side. We can kind of overlap some details that we need to do, like the background, for example. And also, like, each character has an arm reaching into each other's space. so we're going to keep it as pencils for now, but we'll finish the inks up when we see each other.
Were you more of a? You said you went through like a phase of like slasher kind of monster guys. Were you more of a Michael Myers guy or Jason?
Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
For me, Jason was a guy who was out in the cabins, like at Lake Crystal. Like, so long as I wasn't there, I was safe.
Mm-hmm.
But Michael Myers was in the suburbs. Yeah, he could be walking down like my street. So that idea kind of scared me.
Yeah.
Let's see. GJ says, I appreciate the time invested in this piece for me. You guys are wonderful.
Oh.
GJ, you're wonderful.
I think we're all wonderful. How about that? I'm happy with all of us.
Let's just all be wonderful together.
We're all just a couple of wonderful, handsome people.
That's what my mom says.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare call my mom a liar. Well, we're glad we can make you happy, man. It makes us happy doing stuff like this, too.
Absolutely.
This is a labor of love. We appreciate your support and backing the campaign the way you did.
Nana calls us the Bob Ross twins over here, complimenting everyone and such. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just drawing happy little monsters.
Even these monsters need friends that they can stab.
For eternity.
And I'm never going to remember his mask right, so let me look up reference for his mask. That's right.
Speaking of Bob Ross, I need a haircut.
You got a fro going on?
It's getting kind of froey.
Hmm.
It's getting kind of froey. I think I have an appointment this coming week, so that'll be good.
I keep telling myself I'm gonna have someone else cut my hair instead of myself, and it never happens.
It's so hard
Because it's like I've got such a weird shaped head. I don't trust anyone else with my head.
It is. It's hard to trust somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut my hair for so long too. I mean, other people just don't understand. You have a weird shaped head. Not anybody can cut it. It's not like we need a support group of people with oddly shaped heads.
Nice. I think I did it. Okay.
She just says, "Yes, Amanda, they're so good. I'm glad they're getting some time to show their work." Yeah, Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda.
GJ says, "Keep sharing previous art. I'll always like and retweet to help out." Thanks, man. I really appreciate you, buddy.
That's really kind of you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. GJ's just a support machine.
Yeah, he is. That looks good, man.
Thanks, bud. Been drawing at an angle this whole time, and I just realized, like, oh, I hope this isn't out of proportion. I'm used to drawing kind of at a tilt for my desk.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it does happen. I don't think people who don't draw realize that. Like, if you're drawing on a flat surface,
Yeah.
The way you proportion your figures on a flat surface look awkward when you do finally turn it up and face it towards you.
Yeah.
Because your eye is making that adjustment for you.
It's kind of like drawing the opening crawl of Star Wars. Everything gets further away, and you don't really realize it.
Yeah. GJ says, "Huge thanks to Pete on that one. He definitely gave me my desire to comics." Yeah, man, Pete's awesome. He kind of does the same for me too. Just watching him, listen to him talk about comics,
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of why you got into comics to begin with. Look at that. Yeah, man. Yep. Let me put that up on full screen. Hold that up for the camera again.
Sure.
Yeah, look at that, man. That is beautiful.
Thanks.
Gorgeous.
Pretty cool, dude.
Yep. It's like happy little trees in the background, and
Yeah.
happy little tombstones. Jason doing what he loves to do. Swing his machete at people and things.
I'm gonna wreck it.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, JG's gonna love it when he sees this.
If GJ is any indication of how JG's gonna feel.
Yeah.
We're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna ask you a question. I've been meaning to ask Ryan as well, like on the next live stream he has about technique. When you're rendering something, when do you decide to follow, like with inks or pencils, when do you decide to follow the direction of light, and when do you decide to follow like the form of whatever it is that you're inking?
It's a good question. I don't know. Um, I think the form and the light work together to tell you where
Yeah.
your brushstroke should go. Hold on, we got another comment here from GJ.
Okay.
My desire to read was long gone. I wasn't liking where the big two were going, so I would read my old comics from when I was growing up. Then one day I found alternative comics, and well, here I am. Yeah, I can totally relate to that. Then I I got into comics because of Amazing Spider-Man. Like that was my favorite comic book, but just have not been liking what they've been doing with him the past, I don't know, 15 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I can totally relate. So your question was, when do you decide when to follow form versus light?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'd have to see an example of what you're talking about.
So, like for instance, this guy right here. Let's take his chest for an example.
Yeah, let me put you on full screen again.
Sure.
So layout. Look at that. I'm all fancy. Like I know how to do one thing right. It's true.
Very proud of you.
I'm proud of myself. I don't care if you're proud of me or not. I'm proud of me.
I don't do this for you. I did this for me. Now let's look at your drawing. So my question would be like, if light's coming from this point right here,
Right.
onto his chest,
Yeah.
and I wanted to render it, but the form is pulling out. So like you got these stretch lines right here.
Right.
Would I concentrate like all of my render lines going like this way, like that, because it's the form is pulling, or would I render it this way because that's the direction that the light's hitting it?
I don't know. I would follow the form. So
Yeah.
like your shadows, for example, that shirt crease,
Mhm.
I would pull it from the shadow into the light.
Yeah.
And it would get thinner the closer it gets to the light. That makes sense.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But yeah, I wouldn't do an up and down stroke so much as from the shadows to the light.
So I guess it's also kind of important that this is like an action pose, and it shows more, it's more dynamic to see it going side to side rather than up and down.
Yeah, definitely, because yeah, you're right. It's showing action. That shirt is pulling towards that arm that's stretching away
Yeah.
from the viewer, giving it some energy. We got another comment from GJ.
Yeah.
Now that I'm able to afford backing and commissions, I support when I'm able to. My son is 13, and he got his first commission yesterday from Jeff Elkins.
Oh.
One lucky little man. So happy for him. Yeah, man. Jeff is a beast, man. I think he's already a hot artist, but I think he's getting hotter.
Mm-hmm.
I think he jumped on that train early on. So I think that guy's going places. Amanda says, I usually follow the shadows, so that is probably the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Another bonding experience with my son. I want to teach him to love comics and what they represent, story and artwork. Definitely. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, for the longest time, comics were not taken seriously, but they have so much to offer in terms of like vocabulary building, storytelling ability, and in both like writing and visual performing arts. Yeah, there's just so much you can do with comics. Um, I'm very happy I got into them when I did.
Yeah, that Jason, that looks awesome.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to create a Jason type character for you to draw.
Yeah,
That'll be in the next tricks and treats.
there you go.
Yeah, we haven't done a slasher story yet.
No, we haven't. Yes, we could. He's got to have a mask as cool as a hockey mask. And when I was asking you earlier, I was like, were you more of a fan of like Jason or Michael Myers? I was always pulling more for Jason, but it was only because of the mask. It was like, that's just a cool mask.
It is cool. And it's even been used in comics. And look at Casey Jones and Sportsmaster.
Yeah.
Juju says, love the tears in his jacket.
Thank you.
Yeah, it gives him that battle damage experience.
Mm-hmm.
He's been shot, stabbed, and burned, and he just doesn't die.
There's a little Energizer bunny over here. And you remember Michael Casillas, right?
Yeah.
He was a huge Michael Myers fan. He was like, dude, Michael Myers is horrifying because it could really happen. And I was like, no, it couldn't. It could not really happen. And he's like, no, but like you got these other like monsters and stuff like Dracula. You're never going to run into a real vampire. The werewolf. You're never going to see a real werewolf. And like, dude, if you meet someone who can be shot, run over, burned, stabbed, exploded, and just he keeps going, that's a supernatural creature. He's not that guy.
Definitely.
That's not going to happen in real life. But that was always his argument why he was the best movie monsters, because he was so realistic. I'm like, nah.
So what kind of mask can we give our slasher guy that's cooler than a hockey mask?
Cooler than a hockey mask. Give him a Captain America mask.
Be kind of like Michael Myers with the William Shatner mask.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know, we'll make it Spock. Have a Leonard Nimoy mask.
Make it like a President Reagan mask and go for like a what's it, Point Break?
Rah Rasputin. Is she cheering for him? He didn't die easy, I'm just saying.
Okay, that's true. But also, he didn't wake up and then like just go right back to stabbing the kids.
You don't know, you weren't there.
Don't tell him what he did and didn't do.
And we'll give him a football helmet. How about that?
Give him a kicker's helmet. There's like 1 or 2 bars on there.
Yeah.
I'll have to do some research on that.
We'll find some obscure sport.
A cricket mask.
Yeah. Do they have a mask?
I don't think so.
They definitely need one. GJ says, when I saw that Jason piece you did for Ryan, Justin, man, oh man, I just had to ask you and Ben your interpretation of Wirehead. 2 powerhouse characters going at it.
Yeah. I'm sure glad you did. This is a fun idea. It's a fun piece.
Oh, cool. He says, you 2 are my favorite new artists, hands down. Thanks, man. That's awesome to hear. You're our favorite fan. Besides my mom.
Yeah.
And my wife.
I'm going to draw Jason blushing over here.
I think Crystal yelled something at me. I think she heard my comment.
She probably yelled out, "You're okay."
You're all right. Justin's better.
GJ says, imagine that, Jason blushing. Imagine him blushing so hard that his mask starts to blush. Now, I will say that in the first Halloween movie, especially, Michael Myers is very haunting because of that mask, that stark white emotionless mask. And ever since then, I kind of have an affinity for monster characters to have that, or not monster characters, but there's something scary about an emotionless mask put on a character. What was it?
Like The Strangers?
Yeah, something like that.
That was pretty creepy visual.
Yeah. Do you remember that movie Kingdom of Heaven?
Yeah, with Orlando Bloom?
Yeah, Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
Edward Norton's character, the leper.
Man, I don't even remember that, honestly.
So the prince or the king, I guess, that Orlando Bloom is fighting for, has leprosy. So they gave him a mask that looks kind of like a death mask.
Okay.
And I think it's made of iron or steel or something. But seeing characters with that on is super weird. It weirds me out, but I like it. It like that look.
Yeah.
I think Mike Mignola did what's his name? Hastur, the King in Yellow.
Oh, really?
He drew him with a mask like that, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, that's the kind of creepy I want.
I don't know if I've seen that. I have to look for that.
Yeah, check it out because it's pretty cool. So whatever mask our slasher guy has, So long as it's emotionless, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, it's like those doctors from the days of the plague with that mosquito-looking face.
Yeah, the
Like
spy versus spy thing.
Yeah. Like those masks look pretty creepy too.
Yeah.
What's that character from Silent Hill that carries around the big blade, the Pyramid Head?
Yeah, Pyramid Head. That's his name.
Like, yeah. That is his name.
Yeah.
That's his Christian name. But yeah, he's pretty creepy because of that. Like, he just,
Yeah.
there's no expression. It's just a big pyramid on his head.
Yeah. And I guess it has something to do with, like, if you see a face, you can try to empathize with it. You can tell if you're making a difference with your pleading, if it can,
Right.
you know. But because there's nothing there, it's just like, it's just an unstoppable force of doom.
Evil.
And, yeah, there's nothing to save you there. There's
Just
no
heartless evil.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I've taken this as far as I can take it right now before I start inking on it.
Yeah.
So I'll probably stop there. Are you ready to stop, or are you gonna keep on going?
No, I'm good. I've been good for a little while. I'm just kind of like tightening up a little bit more. I don't need to, but
Yeah.
I could. And so I did.
Alrighty.
I think they're ready for October.
Think so.
Boop.
Yeah. Here. There we go. Hold on. Let me keep it there. Let me get mine closer. See if we can size it up. There we go.
Mine needs to come back a little. Yeah, it's all right.
Right about there, GJ. All right. Did you want to keep on streaming and working on other stuff, or you ready to be done?
No, I'm good. We can go for like another hour or so. It's barely 5, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we can go till 6, I guess.
Yeah. Sketch some other stuff and finish that story I started 4 years ago today.
Yeah, I need to. Usually on Saturday mornings, so try and knock out a little bit of the pages that I've been working on, but
Yeah.
this morning was different.
Mm-hmm.
This morning was special.
I was on Facebook this morning and it said, "Hey, 4 years ago today, you posted this picture," and it was a picture from this story. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I never finished that." That'll be a good backup story one day.
Nice. How many pages is that story going to be?
This one's 8
8
pages.
pages?
Yeah.
Nice. You can throw that into the next Tricks and Treats if you want.
Yeah. We do that.
All right. So these are the 2 pages I have partially done.
Nice.
This
I like
guy.
that monster. That's a cool monster.
Thanks. And then this one right here. So,
Nice.
yeah. Here's where he's
I like that bottom
walking
shot.
to his. Which one?
That bottom shot you're pointing at right now. Yeah.
This one, yeah. Yeah, he's walking to the shuttle. Yeah, and then this one I posted already on Twitter.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with the way this one came out.
Spaceman.
He's a rocket man.
Yeah.
TJ says, "Wow, so cool to see this." Thanks, man. Yeah, it's really cool to draw this. It's been a lot of fun.
It looks like you're having fun doing it, man. These are really cool shots. It's really nice work.
Thanks. Yeah, honestly, it's probably the best work I've done in a while.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of it. It's really inspired, and probably because I haven't drawn a page since we did the tricks and treats last year. I've done lots of pinup stuff, but
Yeah.
not actual pages. But yeah, so these are the 2 pages, so I'll probably bounce back and forth between.
Very cool. And what page numbers are these?
So this one right here is page number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go back. All right. So this is page 1.
Solo yourself real quick so I can get a better shot of it.
Okay. Yeah. A second here. There we go.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. All right, there we go. So yeah, so this is page 1. So the scanner is going. Okay.
It's a motion comic, yeah.
Right. And then this is going to be page 2.
Nice.
So that's the kid growing up, graduating from college. This panel here is going to be, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do here. Like I have a light sketch in there, but I'll probably change it up, do something different. But basically he's got hired on at like a SpaceX type place.
Yeah.
And then here he's heading to the launch pad, getting ready to take off. So yeah, that's page 2. And then that's what got is the older pages here. Page 3.
Yeah.
Where the ship's crashed. He's walking away from it as it explodes because that's such a cool thing to do.
Right.
And so he's shooting his eyes, looking ahead. He's kind of heading to this rock formation here. He's really tiny right there. He begins his trek, begins to lose oxygen along the way, collapses. I don't know if you can see that. There's lots of glare because I got this one encased.
Yeah. No, I can see it. It's fine. And from this angle, the glare isn't hitting where I'm looking.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's page 3. And then here's page 4. Right.
Nice. Is this all brush work?
Yeah, it's just brush.
Wow.
Brush and ink. Oh, yeah. I was gonna lower the camera there.
That's a really cool shot right there. I like that.
Yeah, me too. I love that shot. Need to put that on a t-shirt or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then page 4, I don't have yet.
Okay.
No, sorry, that's page 4. Page 5, I don't have yet. then I've got this is page 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then I haven't drawn page 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of bounce around the story, knocking out whatever I feel inspired to do at the moment. Just
Right.
keep moving. But like I knew that's one of the things I wanted to do is draw the monster. I didn't know what he was going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of wanted him to look like an anglerfish a little bit, so I wanted these ugly teeth.
Yeah.
And then I haven't finished inking it here, but this is going to be like his, what do you call that?
His lure.
Yeah, his lure. And so that's where his psychic blast is going to be coming from, where he calls his prey into him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so this doesn't really come through clear here, but he's chomping. Just ate him, and then his sonic blast as he's kind of going into the darkness. So that's all you're going to see here is his eyes and the lure, and this will all be black around him. But he'll be saying his signal again. He'll be traveling up the cavern. And the last page will be the signal traveling back to Earth.
Nice.
Yeah, special reveal for those of you who watched this. That's one crazy creature. All the bone remains of those little crazy creatures. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to show that he's eating other alien creatures.
That was a nice touch to it.
But yeah, no, he said, love the bird's eye view in that card, Justin.
Oh, thank you.
Exit solo. There we go. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of an anglerfish. Creepy looking thing. Yeah, man, those things are creepy looking. That's what I was going for.
I had no idea how big they were. Anglerfish.
How big did they grow?
I always thought like they got like the size of like a football or something. They're like the size of a school bus.
Really?
Yeah, they're huge.
That's definitely not something you want to run into.
No.
Yeah, so how many pages do you have going?
I brought 3 with me. I didn't think I'd get to all of them, but
You want to show them off here?
yeah, I can show them off.
All right, let me lay you out. There you go.
All right. So yeah, this is so this story I think is about 4 years old. Like I was saying, the idea is just like these kids get stranded in a strange town that no one knows exists, and I think this takes place. I think I put it like in the early 90s, late 90s, something like that. So there's not really cell phones or anything you can use. That's a scarier time for me because like you're so disconnected from everything back then. But yeah, so it's just this page. They're driving along, going away for the weekend. This fog rolls in, and let's see, second page. You kind of see the car like swerving. It's just like the fog gets like really thick. Whenever they come to, they pull out of the fog. They're in this town, and it's just got this really weird church at the center of this really small town. But like all of these buildings look like they're from different periods of time or something. And they get out of the car. They start walking to the church because that's the only building in town that has the lights on. And then they decide to split up because this takes place in the 90s, and it's like a horror movie. of course you make bad decisions. So she goes into the church and she starts looking around. She notices that there's somebody sitting in the pews, and then like a torch turns on behind her. And you see all of these like little Lovecraftian sea creature things in robes, and those are the only ones I brought with me. But that's kind of where this story's going.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Thanks.
I love that last panel down there. That's really cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I did a whole bunch of rendering. It slowed me down a lot, but I was like, I really want it to look like I just scratched it out with a ballpoint pen or something. I don't know what was so like fascinating to me at the time about that look, but I was like, that's just what I want it to look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna probably go through some of these areas with a brush pen to kind of pull out the darker parts, and then move on from there. But yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Nice. Looks good, man.
Thanks.
All right, let me get you off of solo layout here.
Sure. I've been going on a little bit of a shopping spree lately. Oh, thank you, GJ, for watching.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Great stuff. It's all right. It's pretty good. I'll admit to that. No, but what I was saying is I've been going on this kind of shopping spree on Amazon.
Yeah.
I've been buying like those little things that I probably don't need desperately, but like I bought some more kneaded erasers because the one I have is basically just a rock. It's a black rock.
That's what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it happens so slowly, you don't really realize how bad it is until like one day you're trying to erase and it's like leaving marks.
It's just smudging.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's probably a bad sign. But yeah, so I got some more of those. I got some more LEDs.
What kind of lead do you use?
I use a 0.5 lead. Just HB, I think. And I got some 2B lead and some HB lead. Because sometimes I think my pencils are a little too light.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll try 2B and see if that helps.
Yeah, 2B is definitely darker.
Mm-hmm. And I bought like little knickknacks for my iPad, like this little. It's like a dock that has more ports in it, so I can hook up several things to my iPad and make the battery die faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, those are the kinds of things I've been getting.
Yeah, I love. It'd be dangerous shopping for art supplies because
Oh my God, yes,
it gets expensive, and you just want everything. There's so much you want to try out.
Yeah, it's so expensive. What stops me though is that, and the reason I did it is for this reason. I subscribe to Art Snacks and that art mystery box, and it stops me from buying art supplies as much. Cause like I'm like, well, maybe I'll get it next month in Art Snacks. I don't know if I need like some more color pencils or I need another ink brush or whatever or a
Right.
pocket brush. So It's like $26 a month or something for mystery stuff. But it's usually pretty good quality, so I don't mind. And like I said, it stops me from spending about, $60 or $70 a month on whatever whatever stuff catches my eye at Hobby Lobby or on Amazon. I bought so much paper off of Amazon because sometimes they have sales on like Bristolboard or multimedia. I've got a stack like 3 feet wide of just different pads and papers. And that's just like the stuff that's I could probably use for comic books if I wanted to. Like the other stuff that I have is just like sketchbook stuff, and either a different size or a different type of paper.
Yeah, the other day, Hobby was having a 50% off sale on their Master's Touch sketchbooks and stuff, or books, paper.
Yeah.
Actually, all their art supplies were like 50% off.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought like 3 pads of Bristolboard for comic books.
Yeah. Do you get the ones that are already, they have the blue lines on them?
I don't. I just get the like this one right here. This is just clean.
Yeah.
It's a clean white sheet, and I just rather draw my lines on there.
So I got that one. I think it's Strathmore that makes it. It's the one with the white cover.
Yeah.
I haven't used it yet, but I think I'm going to use it next time just to save me some time of making those lines. And I just kind of want to try out the quality of paper. I assume it's fine because it's, and nothing's really changed other than it adds the blue lines for you. But I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah, it's good paper. I like it. I actually have a couple of those pads somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got like the picture, like the comic books on the cover, like the kid or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I just, for me personally, I just never saw the benefit to it, so I just quit buying it. I started buying just the plain pads.
Right. Still wet. Yeah, I saw that interview with you and Ryan. And he talked about how he would ink things from the bottom left to the top right.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
It's like, that's brilliant, of course. It's so simple. Well, I guess that only really works if you're right-handed.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a good idea. As you can see, I did not implement that just now, and I got a little bit of ink on my hand. That's okay. Oh yeah, and these are the Prismacolor pens that I was talking about last time.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get a chance, you should check these out. I like them. They're only like $13 or something if you find them.
Are those colored or are they just all black?
They're all black.
Okay.
They do make some that are colored, but I just got the all black ones because I was just going to be using it for inking anyway. So, but yeah, they're not bad.
Did I ever send you any of the Manga Cave like Kuretake pens?
No,
These.
I don't think so.
We can show
But
you
my
here.
birthday is coming up.
Your birthday is coming up. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll send you some of these
Yeah.
because the ink on these Kuretake pens is probably the best ink I've come across in a pen.
Yeah.
It gives you a solid black that doesn't turn purple or brown.
Yeah.
When it dries, it's just solid black. It's light fast, smudge proof.
Dang, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's hard to find something that's light fast.
Yeah, it says water-based pigment, light fast, smudge proof with alcohol, base markers, or watercolor.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll send you some. You gotta act surprised when you get them for your birthday.
I always do.
I want a video of you like opening them up and just shock look on your face. What?
Oh.
Mr. Kuretake approved.
Oh.
It's just gonna be like an every episode thing now. We just
We alienate our Asian fans.
no, just our Japanese ones.
The Japanese fans, okay.
Just Mr. Kuretake.
But we endear everyone who hates Mr. Kuretake.
Like Pigma Micron. Tombow. Who else is out there? What other brands are there? Faber-Castell, Prismacolor.
I think Faber-Castell hates everyone.
Winsor Newton. Curse that Mr. Kuretake. I feel like Winsor Newton and Faber-Castell will have like a British accents.
Definitely Winsor Newton, yeah.
Hello,
Faber-Castell's
Windsor.
probably more Cockney.
Yeah.
No, I did try some Illustrator pens from Faber-Castell that were similar to this, I thought.
Yeah.
They weren't great. They were kind of inconsistent with their line work, their line quality.
Yeah.
But yeah. Whenever I got these, I was like, okay, these are, they flowed a lot better. I guess that's a word that I'm going to use.
Yeah. It's a word now.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah.
Instead of a new player has entered the game, we'll be like, a new word has entered the lexicon. Flowed. Floated better. That sounds like something Mr. Kuretake would say. My pins, they floated better.
We love you, Mr. Kuretake. You're all right. You're a good sport.
You know I love him because I throw money at him like
Crazy.
every chance I get,
Yeah.
and I like boast about his products.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure he doesn't care how we talk about him, so long as we give him our money.
Right. Give me your money, scum.
You know what they're showing on Svengoolie tonight?
Yeah, it's like Kill the Beast or Destroy the Beast, something like that, with Peter Cushing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably won't watch it. I think it's a Hammer film.
Yeah, probably. If it's Peter Cushing, it probably is.
Yeah. So those are usually a little too dark for Crystal to watch.
Yeah.
I'll probably watch Mary Poppins 3. The Adventure Continues.
The Revenge.
The Revenge of Eden. It has begun. I'm just joking, Crystal. I love you.
Although a John Wick style story about Mary Poppins would be pretty cool. What's tricky is that now I have to kind of match my old style.
Right.
I don't know if I can do it, guys.
Yeah, I kind of ran into that problem too with this story because
Yeah.
2 of those pages I drew like 6 years ago.
Yeah. Back when I didn't know nothing. It really doesn't feel like that long ago that I worked on this, but also this was the first story that was ever going to be printed in a Halloween Head comic book.
Why did you change the story? Do you remember?
Because we needed a longer story. Initially, we were just going to do like, what's it called? It was still an anthology, but it was going to be more. It was going to be like probably 4 stories of 8-page comics or 8-page stories.
Yeah.
But then the next year, because this was the year that I went to El Paso, so I was kind of crunched on time. I don't remember what happened with you, but you were also kind of crunched on time. It was going to be Westward Darkly before it was Westward Darkly, and that was your story. And then we ended up saying, well, we'll just do it next year, but next year we'll do 16-page stories instead of 8-page stories. So I was like, all right, well, I'll put this one on the back burner. I'll finish it sometime, and then if we ever need a backup story, we'll have it. Well, it's been 4 years, and we haven't needed a backup story. But I figured I might as well finish this up since I have the time. I might as well do it.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. There's one thing, I don't know if I miss it, but there are times where I kind of remember that feeling of like everyone drawing at once in class.
Yeah.
You get that swoosh sound, scratching of paper. Some of that ASMR, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man's righteous.
Amazing Spider-Man, really?
Came up the other day at work. My buddy German was asking Jason, like, what does ASM mean? Because we were doing time studies for like production.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason put together a spreadsheet for like different aspects like stamping on our press, and assembly is what it stood for, ASM.
Mm-hmm.
Jerome like, what does ASM mean? And I was like, Amazing Spider-Man. I think I just associate ASM with Amazing Spider-Man. Duh.
Everyone already knows that, German. Just get like really, really angry about it. You've had this job for too long without knowing how to spell Amazing Spider-Man.
I keep reminding myself that I don't need to get too detailed here because it's a small panel. That's one thing about working digitally. It's easy to get lost in the details because you can zoom in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that is a benefit to working on paper.
I mean, even on paper, it's real easy to just forget where you're at, and you're just like real close to you're like 2 inches away from the page, and you're doing these like micro details on there.
Yeah.
I get it. Are you going to be doing any other shows this week? Are you going to be doing a Tuesday night draw?
Oh yeah, with
Rob?
Rob, yeah. I'll be on there.
Nice.
I'll be working on my page. I mean, that's what I did on Tuesday. Last Tuesday.
Let's try this one. I like these pens, but I haven't really used them in a long time, so I don't remember all of the thicknesses. I have like a 0.5, a 0.8, one with like a C on it. They started to go to letters. They were so thick.
What does it mean?
The world may never know.
Well, it's size C, you idiot.
Oh yeah. Why don't you tell your story of meeting Mark Bagley for those who haven't heard it yet?
Yeah, so I was at Wizard World Tulsa. And it was right before the show started. I was there with the Equinox guys, so we had a table. So I started walking around, just looking at stuff, looking at the shops before they opened up, and I saw this little old guy kind of looking at something next to me, and I kind of did a second, like a double take at him, and I was like, 'cause he looked a little familiar. And the last time I saw Mark Bagley, like in a photograph, I had never met him before, but was in a Wizard magazine, like, I don't know, like 15 years prior to that. Probably. Like, he was probably like my age then, or maybe actually even younger. He was probably in his 30s at the time. And so kind of did a double take of this guy, and I was like, "Are you Mark Bagley?" And he's like, "Yes, I am." And I was like, "I hated your Spider-Man." Probably not the best way to open the conversation. I think I shocked him by saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when you first, but I didn't stop it there. I was like, I hated your Spider-Man when you first started drawing it. I said, because we went from McFarlane to Larson to you, but after a while, like you really grew on me. And honestly, I said, you're my favorite Spider-Man artist now. I said, you drew the best Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Or I think I said, you did the best Peter Parker. And he was like, oh, thank you. After that, we're cool. I mean, yeah, I did. GJ says, you actually said this? Yeah, man. Yeah, afterwards, like during the show, because it was pretty dead show.
Yeah.
I went over and I bought a print from him and asked him if I could sit with him, and so I did for a little bit, and got our picture taken together and watched him sketch a little bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't hang around him too much. I didn't want to bother him, but he was really nice and joked around with me a little bit. So we were cool. It wasn't like I told him like I hated your Spider-Man and that was it. Like I completed my sentence. But honestly, it was a little rough for me to get into his artwork at first.
Yeah, I'll bet. Style is very different from the other guys.
Yeah. That is the same show I met Rob Liefeld at.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, his booth is actually right behind us. So that was cool. Like, he came over and asked us for a marker. I think Jason gave him a Sharpie so he could do some signings.
Yeah.
Yeah, GJ says, hate your Spider-Man run, and walks away. Yeah, that would have been a different show for him if I had, but I didn't. I love Mark Bagley's work. He really did inspire a lot of what I do. I copied a lot of his artwork when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has stuck with me, no matter how much I want to shake it. Not because he's bad, it's just I want my style to grow.
Yeah. He definitely has a really cool style. It really, really was almost meant for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, he just has like a way of capturing dynamism, but also like emotion.
Yeah.
I loved. You're right. He drew an incredible Peter Parker. And yeah, he drew amazing action sequences with Spider-Man, because you got to be able to draw Spider-Man in all these wacky poses and pull it off to where he doesn't look stupid. It's very hard to do. To bend a man's leg behind his head, but still have him seem like a fierce fighter.
Right.
But yeah, these artists can do it. Mark Bagley was incredible on that series for that reason, that he could still capture the the amazement of Spider-Man, but also the spectacularness and the web of.
And the web of, yes. Yeah, when I walked up to Rob Liefeld, he was kind of standoffish. Like,
Was he?
but I get it because the guy gets so much heat, you know.
Yeah.
He probably didn't know what I was going to say when I walked up to him. He probably heard me, say what I said to Mark Bagley.
Yeah. Who's this Joker? You're gonna do like the opposite with him. I loved your work, and then I realized it sucked.
Yeah.
My financial management professor kind of looks like Rob Liefeld. He's got the same haircut.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, doesn't sound like him. He's a Southern boy, but man, I walked in and I saw him. I was like, for real? But yeah, Rob Liefeld, a dividing force in the comic book industry.
Yeah, I hated saying it. Like when I was on Ryan's show, that to open up with a disclaimer on somebody is just kind of ridiculous. But I also didn't know how Ryan was going to react. When I said that Rob Liefeld really inspired my artwork.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair statement, though. He inspired a lot of people. He sold books,
Yeah. But yeah, he's just such a divisive person in the comic book industry.
Yeah.
That if you're a supporter of him, you gotta open up with that disclaimer.
Mm-hmm. I remember copying some of his work when I was younger too. A lot of his Bloodstrike work.
Yeah.
Rob Liefeld.
Yeah, he was really influential.
Yeah.
Like him or not.
He understood how to make things look cool. Oops.
Buzz, buzz.
Buzz, buzz. All right.
So who was your favorite artist that you've met?
I don't know. Probably Juan Portacio. He was, or Portacio. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I'm not sure how to pronounce his first name, but I feel a bit more courageous pronouncing it than his last name. But just the nicest guy. I really thought he was going to have not like an attitude or anything, but like I thought he would have some kind of acknowledgement that he was Waltz Portacio, and no, he was just real nice. He was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I got him to sign what was it? Wetworks #1. Because I was such a huge fan of his of that book, especially when I was younger. I traced a lot of his drawings of like Grail and Jester on that book, and
Grail was a cloaking character.
yeah, he was a fantastic character. And then I met him, and I was like, "Hey, I'm such a huge fan of your work," and he was like, "Oh, thank you." So do you like to draw? And I was like, "Yeah." Like, "Oh, cool. Well, do you have any of your stuff with you?" And I was like, "No, I didn't know you were gonna ask." I felt like so bad because I was like, "Oh, I could have had my work ripped apart by Walt Portacio."
What a privilege it would have been.
Exactly. And he was like, "Oh, well, you got to send it to me sometime." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, send it to me sometime." And like he gave me his card, and it had like an email address on there.
Yeah.
And you could tell it's like one that you would give to, you know, some people.
Right.
But like,
Did you ever do
I was
it?
like, "Oh, that's cool." I put it in. I think I put it in Wetworks, but I just never got it out again because I was like, he's just being nice. But yeah,
You should have gone for it, man.
yeah. I'd be drawing comic books with him right now.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Instead of with this loser.
Books.
Yeah.
I like the books I'm drawing now. I'm happy. But I could have been happier.
I could have been cooler and happier.
Yeah. His wife was very nonplussed, though. She looked like she was ready to go. Which I'm sure it's not very exciting for her to be there. Just watching all these nerds drool over her husband.
What show was this at?
This was at it was one of the DEF Cons. I think it was maybe DEF Con 8. It wasn't the first one we went to. I think it was the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good show. Let me see. I think that's the only like childhood hero I had that I've ever met, and it was pretty well. It went pretty well.
Did you meet somebody that you kind of wish you hadn't met?
Not really. Like I'm not super anxious to meet my heroes, and not because I think they're going to be bad people. I mean, you know, I'm sure they're all perfectly nice people, but I don't know. Like the main reason I like them is because of the work they do, and I'm happy just kind of looking at their work. I'm happy that they're still working. So I don't know if there's anyone that I'm dying to meet. Like I said, meeting David Finch would be cool because he seems like a really nice guy anyway. And it'd be cool to thank him in person for the work he does on his channel. It helps out a lot of people. But yeah, I think that's probably it. I don't know if I have anyone else. What about you? Who would you like to meet?
Steve Epting.
Epting, yeah.
Steve Epting and Butch Guys, I think, would be cool to meet. Like, I would love to color a book by them.
Yeah. What is it that attracts you to, let's say, Epting's work?
I think his style is just very, and it's not realistic, but he has just a really firm grasp of light and shadow,
Hmm.
and his scope, like the scope of his shots, the scale in which he draws in, like his panels are very cinematic, I guess.
Right.
And it's the same way with Butch Guys. I think that's why I like both of them, because they both have similar styles and um, just a way of rendering people and things, and but also just their layouts, just the way they lay everything out. It just looks so cinematic.
Hmm. Butch Guys has a really cool style. Like he's one of those artists that I never knew of until I was, you know, probably in my late 20s or something. Um, I didn't realize he had been around for as long as he had, and his style is very classic illustrator.
Yeah,
He's he's very clean with a lot of his stuff, but he can also be very, I guess, a little not gestural. It probably isn't the right word, but like he implies so much with very little line. Um, like I was flipping through my Winter Soldier book earlier today, and it's almost like a fashion illustrator. The way
yeah,
they capture a face, expression, stuff like that, with just like very few lines. It's all almost like just patchwork of blacks, and they've got a face and they've got expression, they've got motion. He's got a really, really good understanding of how to move a character to where it's dynamic, but it's not messy.
right.
And I envy that.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my heroes.
Hmm.
My art heroes. I also think Lee Weeks is another one that would be cool to meet.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely want to plan some shows, streaming shows, where we break down some of our favorite artists,
Yeah.
what they do so well, and maybe even spend some time drawing like those things.
Hmm.
I think that would be educational, not only for the viewers, but even for us. I mean, just to go over some of those things. And
Absolutely. Never hurts to brush up on your heroes. So I think maybe like in 2 weeks we can probably do something like that. Amanda's coming in next week, so I won't be able to stream. But maybe like 2 weeks from now we can. We'll cover one of our heroes, or maybe even two of our heroes, or something.
yeah, could do that.
Is there
Because,
anybody you've been wanting to study recently?
I mean, I've really been into Alex Raymond here recently.
Yeah.
Really, the past couple of years, I've been studying a lot of his work. And Reed Crandall is another artist. The guys who inspired our heroes, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, I might do that. Let's start with these older illustrators that came before.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of cool to do and kind of work our way into modern times.
I can do that. I'll probably have to just look them up on my phone because I don't have anything physical of theirs. But yeah, that sounds like fun. I think I'm going to finish inking up this card. We can probably call this stream because I think it's already 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6:16.
Sounds good.
I'll turn the radio on next week so there's something for these people to listen to.
What people? Country music.
Yeah, I'll stream from outside. How about that?
There you go.
I'm sure everyone will appreciate that. Look at that god dang bird.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna stop.
All right.
I feel so defeated because I've been working on this like space launch pad for 45 minutes, and I feel like I didn't do much to it.
Yeah. Well, no, it's coming along. That's a lot of small detail work anyway.
Yeah, I need to not do that. I need to just block in shapes. Like you can already tell what it is. You just need to, I just need to block it in. Quit messing with details.
It's tempting though.
It is. It's hard not to.
It's where the devil is.
Yep. All right, man. You ready to call it?
Ready to call it.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. Catch us next week.
Or the week after.
And the week after. Oh, wait. You can't do next week, can you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then you won't see us next week. You'll see us the week after that.
That's right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it.
All right. See you later, GJ. GJ says, peace out, dudes. Enjoy your evening. You too, man.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.